Here we are. This is how I personally generate solar leads by just targeting random homes, random areas. This is gold right here. If you're in any industry where you're cold calling, any kind of, I guess, marketing, not marketing, but telemarketing, any kind of sales business, anything, and you want to generate more leads, and you just don't know how. I mean, I have friends that have bought in 2,000 leads for $1,000, and I've called a lot of these numbers, and they were majority of them were fake. They didn't even exist. I feel like a lot of people out there are doing that, whether they're web scraping or doing some finding some other kind of method on how to generate leads. This is one of the best, most organic ways of generating leads, and I'm going to show you right now. So all I did was open up Google Maps. Very simple. I also have an Excel spreadsheet over here, and I have over 500 and something leads. So what I do is I will literally I created a spreadsheet, and you can see what I did was I kind of named it, right. I made specific columns with specific names, titles. So this one's the name, obviously. Then we have the address, phone number, age of the homeowner. I usually like to write the age of the homeowner just so that way I kind of have an idea of who I'm speaking with. Um, Actually, yeah, there we go. So then in the beginning, I wasn't really putting the age, but then afterwards, I started getting a little bit more creative with it, and I said, okay, well, let me start another column with the age, and then another column because this is regarding solar leads specifically for me. But you can create any kind of title that you would want for each column that's going to be specific to your industry. And then what I did was I also hit the roof conditions. So for the roof conditions, because in my industry, roof conditions matter, I would, write notes, has a good roof, decent roof, or maybe not a good roof. And we also do roofs, and this might benefit you as well if you're in the roofing industry. But yeah, so then I also have a column titled special notes. In the special notes column, I write other things like, sometimes when you look up a specific address and then you click on, the homeowners at the top, you can see that they have a different address. So you can save notes like, hey, this is the homeowner's name, their phone number, but this may not be the address, or they may not be living there anymore. So I'll write stuff like that. Doesn't own the home. And then also just to disposition some of these leads after I call them, I'll, come here in the special notes section and just kind of disposition them and kind of write a little bit of information on how the conversation went, because I think we are in an age of information. Data collection is everything, guys. I save as much data as possible. Yeah, I even utilize my iPhone app, my contacts app. After I call somebody, I cold call somebody. I will literally go into the notes part of the contacts app list, and I will just kind of give a brief description. Hey, they said that they were in the hospital when I called them. They were having some kind of, surgery, or they broke their thumb or whatever, That way, I'll save that information. That way, when I call them in 2 months or a month and I tell them, hey, I remember the last time I spoke to you, you were in the hospital. Are you okay? How did everything go? Blah, blah, blah. That will give you one up with any potential lead. So I do those kinds of things. But anyways, let's get back to the way we generate these leads. So what I will do is I will literally go here, right? I just dropped a pin. I was recently in Oklahoma, in Norman. Actually, I was all over the place, but that's where my Airbnb was at. We were out there doing solar. So what I did was I just came back to Norman because I got some guys out there that are still out there working that area. So now what I'm doing is I live in California. So from California, what I'm doing is I'm going out here on Google Maps. I'm getting online and I'm finding all these leads. And what I do is I'll cold call those potential customers, set up appointments, and then pass those appointments on to my solar bros back in Oklahoma, and we do a 50-50 commission split. So all I really had to do was just do a little bit of legwork as far as generating these leads, finding them, having these guys go out there and run them, and I'm potentially making about, some of these projects. The average solar commission is about 5 to 7 thousand. So when I pass an appointment to one of my solar bros, we do a 50-50 commission split. So I could be, making about 4,000 per deal, or not 4,000, but 35 to 2,500 per deal, which is great. So back to the matter at hand. So I will show you right here. What I did is I'm going to click on this one. I just targeted, we're in Norman, Oklahoma, 1309. Okay, so let me go here. Let me change this up. Okay. And then I just found a random home, random address. Okay, so this gentleman here is 25 years old. Let's see. Let me click on the homeowner. So, you know what? Actually, let me go back. Yep, it does say owner occupied here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the first top one, and then we have his name. I will copy the name, come here into my Excel spreadsheet, and then paste the name. Boom. And then this website, which is True People Search, will actually give you their phone number. And I want to say about maybe 7 times out of 10, that is their actual phone number. And then, like I said, I like to save their age. I don't know if I said it in this video or the other video that I was making that I had to start over, but I like to put their age just to know who I'm working with, who I'm talking to, and the age of where they're at. Sometimes you got to talk to specific people that are younger, a little bit different than you're going to talk to somebody that's much older. Um, and I mean, I have all kinds of different strategies on how I would talk to one of these homeowners. I usually kind of go with the line of, "Hey, I'm with the state utility net metering program." And then, like, I literally just like opened up I googled you know renewable energy in the state of Oklahoma, and I kind of just pull a sentence straight out of whatever Google gives me, just because it just sounds so professional when I do call these potential homeowners. So then I'll come here. Oh, you know what, actually, let me so what I'll do is, let me open this up. Okay, boom, paste that there. That's where the address is supposed to go. Okay, and then I will come here. Let me come here, copy this, paste the name there. Okay, and then what I'll do is I will actually get the address. This is the current. Oh, make sure I'm highlighting the whole thing. We'll come here, and then I will. Oh, wow, dummy. Okay, so what I'll do here is, right, I could see the roof. I could see that the home gets good sunlight, right? So what I want to do is also, just in case there are trees on the home, for me, because these are leads regarding solar. In order to do solar on a home, the roof has to be in good condition. So what I do is I always come into Google Maps and kind of get a view for the home, right? I mean, from the top view, you get a different view of, from a street view, because the street view can have more updated information. When it comes to the street view, if you look down here at the bottom, it'll tell you like, hey, image captured August of 2024, which gives me a more accurate depiction of what the home looks like right now. So this home, right, as of last year, I mean, they got this little tree right here, which it's not a big concern. But I mean, if this tree was ginormous and you couldn't see it from the God's view or the eagle view, definitely you'll be able to, see it from the street view, if depending, just to know what size it is, because this is more up to date. But just looking at this specific home, I could see that the roof is in good condition. So I am not worried about that there. And then what I would go do is I would come here, right? I got my roof condition column. I actually have it picked from drop down list, right? See that, good roof, boom. Because I mean, Excel, the way it works, it starts memorizing like the data that you're inputting into the system per column. So then, I mean, this specific home right here, there are no trees literally except for that little one. No shade. Gets really good sun. That's a vital here in the solar industry. So what I would do is come here, come down in my drop down list. Same thing. I just it remembers all the data that I've input. So then I would hit really good sun. Boom, and that's it. So yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. As far as how to generate these leads, this is specific to solar, but I mean, you can get creative with it. You can do it for all kinds of different things: pest control, um, roofing. You could do it for. There's a new Aquafina or something like that. Some company that's kind of like taking water molecules out of the air and turning drinkable water out of the air, and it gets like placed on top of the roof of a home or something like that. This weird thing. I talked to a recruiter out of Houston, Texas, but Houston, Texas has a really humid climate. So yeah, no. Um, there's just so many different things you think about it. You know, whatever your industry, whatever industry you're in, you can get creative with this and generate a whole bunch of leads. So me, as of right now, I have 595 leads in the state of Oklahoma just from doing this little strategy right here, and this is a really really good way of getting leads online. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want some more tips or you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section. I'll make sure to reach out to you guys. I'm pretty responsive. If you guys are interested in solar, selling solar, getting solar from your home for your home, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. I have my own company. I do residential, I do commercial. I tell people I live, sleep, and breathe solar. So reach out to me. I can probably help you out with whatever scenario it is regarding solar. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys found this useful.